Hello, my name is Michelle, and this is Full Bottled Worthy. Today we're going to be talking about powdery vanillas. Vanilla is my favorite note, and I thought it'd be fun to share with you the powdery vanillas that I have in my collection. So if that sounds good to you, please stay tuned. So let's go ahead and dive in. The way that I've organized the fragrances today are from least powdery to most powdery. So the first one we have here is Idolo's Love and Crime. And the notes here are mandarin, star anise, vanilla, and cacao. And the mandarin and the vanilla, I would say, are the predominant notes in this fragrance. And the cacao is what lends the powderiness to it. It really smells like a cake drizzled with just a little bit of cacao, a little bit of anise in the cake itself, and then maybe just like an orange marmalade in the middle. It is so good, and it lasts forever. So you're gonna get 10 to 12 hours out of this. And the sillage is above average. Again, that is Idolo's Love and Crime. Next, we have Goutal's Nuit de Confidence. This is such an elegant scent. The notes here are black pepper, white florals, tonka, and vanilla. And for me, the tonka is what lends the powderiness here. It's an incredibly ladylike and elegant scent. You really could dress this up or dress this down. You could wear it to the office, you could wear it out to dinner. It would really work in so many situations. Longevity is above average on this, as well as the sillage. You're going to get 6 to 8 hours with this. Again, this is Goutal's Nuit de Confidence. Next, I have Guerlain's Mon Guerlain. And the notes here are lavender, iris, jasmine, vanilla, coumarin, sandalwood, and licorice. And it really works for any situation as well. You could wear it to the office, you could wear it to brunch, you could wear it to a charity event, you could wear it absolutely anywhere, and it's a stunner. It has above average longevity and sillage. You're going to get about 8 hours with this. Again, this is Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. Next, we have Micallef's Note Vanille. The notes here are citruses up at the top, and then you have jasmine in the middle with some florals, as well as rum, cognac, and vanilla in the base. So what you're going to have here is an opening with citrus, but the florals here definitely are prominent. You can smell them. They don't get hidden by the vanilla or the cognac and the rum in the dry down. So to me, I'm not exactly sure where the powderiness comes from in this composition, but it's definitely there. So like most French perfumes, this is moderate longevity and moderate sillage. It's absolutely elegant, and you really, again, can wear it in any situation. It works in any season, any situation. Again, this is Micallef's Note Vanille. Next, we have Tom Ford's Metallique. Now, this is a quite decisive fragrance because of the aldehydes and the pink pepper up at the top. It definitely gives it a spicy and effervescent opening that some people just do not prefer. Now, in the mid, you're going to have hawthorn and heliotrope, and then in the base, you're going to have vanilla and ambrette. Now, in this composition, the heliotrope, the ambrette, and the hawthorn are going to lend the powderiness in this composition. I love this fragrance. I think it is absolutely elegant and one of a kind. I've never smelled anything like it. Now, the first time I smelled it, it was not love at first scent. So if you are intrigued to get a sample and you don't like it the first time around, put it back on the shelf, wait a few months, try it again. Maybe your nose will change like mine did. So again, this is Tom Ford's Metallique. Next, we have Electimuss's Mercurial Cashmere. This is an absolutely beautiful and intriguing vanilla here. I find it to be incredibly sensual. The notes we have are tuberose, iris, violet, caramel, vanilla, cashmere, and tonka. In this composition, I would say the violet, iris, and tonka are going to lend to the powdery notes. And the wearing experience in sillage is well above average on this. I tend to wear this in cooler weather, so we're talking spring, fall, and winter. It's incredibly sensual and it really works for so many different occasions. Again, this is Electimuss's Mercurial Cashmere. We have a hidden gem here. This is Talco Delicato by I Profumi di Firenze. It actually was a signature scent of mine over a decade ago, and it's my second bottle, so I know the perfume quite well. And what you're going to get here is a clean vanilla, which maybe doesn't sound appealing, but you'll find that you really can wear this in any situation. Up at the top, you have a bright lemon. In the mid, you have a violet, which lends the powderiness to this composition. In the base, you have whipped cream and vanilla. The sillage is above average on this, as well as the longevity. Again, this is I Profumi di Firenze, Talco Delicato. Next, we have an absolutely gorgeous scent, Cheri by Astrophil and Stella. The composition here is bergamot, cacao, heliotrope, iris, vanilla, tonka, and ambrette. There are so many things in this composition that lend to the powderiness. So cacao, heliotrope, iris, tonka, and ambrette all tend to be powdery in a composition. And what I find that this wears very similar to is Van Cleef and Arpels Orchidée Vanille. What I find is the projection and the sillage and the longevity are much stronger in this one opposed to Orchidée Vanille. And it smells quite similar because it has that chocolate and that citrus with the vanilla. So if you find yourself struggling with Orchidée Vanille, but you love the smell, I would definitely get a sample of Cheri by Astrophil and Stella. Next, we have Dama, Bianca by Xerjoff in the Casamorati line. This is a gorgeous perfume. And when I was sampling it, every time I wore it, I felt like a princess. And I don't feel like a princess often. That is not my default. You know, it's something that happens very rarely. So in the opening here, you're going to have kumquat. And then in the mid, you're going to have violet, iris, jasmine. And in the base, you're going to have malt, vanilla, ambrette, and sandalwood. So the longevity and projection on this are average. But I do find that I don't need to overspray this. 4 sprays is enough. And in the composition, the things that are going to lend to the powderiness are the violet, the iris, the malt, the ambrette, and the sandalwood. Again, this is Xerjoff's from the Casamorati line, Dama, Bianca. Last but not least, the most powdery of them all, we have BDK's Vanille Leather. Now, I love this fragrance. And it wasn't love at first scent. I think it was launched either in early summer or midsummer. And I live in a place that the summers are very hot. So it's a little bit stifling for me when it was first launched. But once it started to cool down in autumn and get cold in winter, this was a 10 out of 10 for me. So the notes here are violet, tuberose, orange blossom, jasmine, vanilla, orris, and leather. And what lends the powderiness here are the orris as well as the violet. And the way that I would describe this is it's a powdery white floral with vanilla. The longevity and projection are well above average. We're talking 10 hours with this one, with a beautiful sillage. So again, this is BDK's Vanille Leather. Thank you for joining me today. Now I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are your favorite powdery vanillas? Please leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and remember to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye.